Welcome back, boys. It is Smoky Saturdays. Today is Tuesday. Go ahead. No cigarettes, though. Cigarettes are bad for you, but we will be smoking our pens, our reefer, your doobies, your crack pipes, your meth. You smoke whatever, MDMA, salvia, Alright. It's time to relax and listen to me vent to you about a bunch of BS. The song that I'm going to be listening to is 𝕋𝔽𝟚 by 𝕋𝔽𝟚. That song is a banger. Song recommendation for the day. You want to hear what this 𝕋𝔽𝟚 song sounds like? Hold on, I got you. Let's open a case while we're at it, while I'm talking here. Still default HUD going on. I reset my whole computer. This was a while ago, though. But, I gotta put $5 into my account here. That's why I'm making this video, because I'm like, I forced myself. I kind of got into the mood to play TF2. And, these, I guarantee you these are like 4 cents already. Yeah, there's some things that I want to talk about. I mean, the base, well, we're doing base-wise, alright? We're still not going against Tiger. We're gonna use stocks, Pyro. I want to do stock everything. Not like every class. I want to play every class stock. I did do stock soldier, and because I want to see the viability of it, especially, and this is something that I feel like you should do maybe even in your own time, not as a challenge or anything, or as a video, because if you feel like you're not getting good at the game, take your loadout and make it stock. A lot of soldier players will play stock rocket launcher, to be honest, but I'm really big on using the conch. So I always rely on getting heals, and especially if you've been playing, because you might not realize that you've been playing classes that might have certain quirks or items that give them certain abilities that they don't have normally, and that's why maybe if you're playing soldier a lot and you go to switch off to demo man, you feel like you're dying a lot without getting kills. And it turns out that reason might be because, that class has a special thing. Like, a lot of the classes that I tend to play have an ability to heal, whether it's kill on kill or heal over time. That being sniper with the cozy camper, soldier with a conch or black box, scout, if you have on he's actually got multiple weapons. The pretty boy's pocket pistol heals on hit, and then you have Mad Milk, which also heals you, although that's a bit harder to use than Mad Milk, but you have Mad Milk. And then another one is the candy cane. Sorry, I forgot that's usually my loadout. My loadout usually consists of pretty boy's pocket pistol, candy cane, and then a stock scatter gun. Sometimes I'll switch it up if I want to have fun with it. There's other classes, like Demo Man doesn't have any way to heal himself other than have Zoitachi, whatever it's called. Spy, if we're thinking about who has the ability to heal. Spy with his kunai, which I think that's the only weapon that heals him, the kunai, which it's difficult. It's funny because, I used to not really like the kunai. I felt like I was always bad with it, but then eventually I started using it and I kind of got good with it. Once you get used to the 80 health, going from however much health, like 125 to 80. Once you get used to that and you actually start getting kills with it, it's nasty. There have been plenty of times though where I'll be using the kunai spy and I just can't get any kills because I'm dying before I'm able to do anything. Like, I'll just die because of that 80 health. So it really depends. Just because you're using the kunai doesn't mean it, I don't feel like there's any, you can't be bad with any of Spy's knives, you're not bad with the big earner, you're not bad with the kunai, you might think you're worse with the kunai, but in reality you're just used to be able to take more damage, so you just have to play a bit safer, I don't know. Something else I want to talk about was I was looking at headphones, I've had I don't know if I've talked about this. I think I have. I've been having problems with headphones and other problems, but team's going this way. And there's 2 pairs of headphones I was looking at. I was using Sennheiser HD599s, and if you're somebody who wants a good pair of audiophile-ish headphones that are still they're still a bit consumer sounding, so they're They're a bit more consumer sounding, so, you know, like higher bass than normal, you know, not super audiophile sounding. But if you want a nice pair of headphones that sound really, really good and are also extremely comfortable, Sennheiser HD 599s, I used them for almost a month and I had a really good time. I did return them, but that's because I was going to get other headphones. Yeah, they're really nice if you want a pair. You can pick them up for like 150. They're usually around 150, but you can get them used or, you know, like in good condition or whatever for like 99, 120, you know, it depends. Like you could get them for really good prices. Because initially I was going to buy a pair that was $99. I bought them new just to test them out, and I was going to get a pair because I paid $150 for them new and I planned on returning them anyway. I just was trying them out. But I saw a pair for $99. They were used like new, and I was going to get them. They were actually like B stock, which is like their factory refurbished, so I was going to get them. But then I canceled the order because it was going to take like a month for them to come in, and I just decided that I would save the money and spend it on a different pair of headphones. The pair of headphones that I plan on getting, I did buy a pair on Amazon, or not Amazon, I bought a pair on eBay, which are 𝕋𝔽 99 Noirs. But the 𝕋𝔽s, they're closed back, so they're going to have a different sound stage than open back headphones. But they're closed back, and they're really, really nice. Apparently, they're really comfortable and really high quality, sound quality wise. And I initially had bought the 𝕋𝔽 99 Classics on Amazon new, just to test them out. I was going to use them and then return them, and so I bought them. And the Classics sounded amazing. They were really nice. They were great. I didn't like the soundstage as much as I liked the Sennheiser HD6 XXs, which I tried out. But I was like, okay, you know, I really like these, and I liked it because my two headphones of choices that I was going to pick between was the 𝕋𝔽 99s or the Sennheiser HD6 XXs or 600s, whichever I could find cheaper. And I liked them both so much that I just decided that I'm going to get both of them. So I bought the 𝕋𝔽 99 Noirs, which are the same exact thing as the Classics. They're just like $100 to $200 cheaper a lot of the time because they come with one less cord and spare cord, I should say. They come with a less spare cord, and they're on drop.com. You could view them. But the 𝕋𝔽 99 Classics, basically have gold accents and whatnot. You could look up a picture of them. But then there's three pairs. There's the 𝕋𝔽 99 Classics, 𝕋𝔽 99 Noirs, and then there's the Neos, 𝕋𝔽 99 Neos. And the Neos are made of plastic, and I heard the sound quality isn't as good. Like, I've heard it's better than the 99 Classics, but then I've heard it's like not as good because it's plastic, and normally they use wood for the ear cups, so you get a bit of different sound quality with it. And I was like, the Neos you can pick up for like $100 or like 50 used. Like, you can get the Neos for extremely cheap, which I would still recommend them if you want a nice pair of closed back headphones and you want to spend as little as possible. Those are 𝕋𝔽 99 Neos are possibly worth it for you. You can pick them up for $100. But I decided that I was going to get the Noirs. The Noirs are on drop.com. You can pick them up for like $175 on sale to $200. I picked them up for $120 on eBay used. I wanted them used, so I picked them up used. And after shipping, paying because he wanted to pay for shipping. After ship, I actually did a bid. It was a bid, and they looked in pretty decent condition. I'd make sure I look at the pictures and I don't get anything that looks super worn. Like, obviously people are going to use them if they're used, but like, I want them, you know, don't want them to be crusty. And, you know, it was the original box by the looks of it and everything. And after shipping and taxes, it came out to $120, which is a really good price. That's almost like $100 off for those, and that was like the cheapest pair I could find. And it was a bid, it was an auction. I won it like 30 seconds before it ended. I was bidding on it. They started at $60, by the way, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind picking these up for 60. And then they just kept going up and going up, and I was like, right as I was walking into work, there was 30 seconds on the auction. I made the last bid for like 110 or whatever, 115 or whatever, and I was like, and I made the bid, and I checked it like an hour later, and I was like, oh, I actually won the headphones. So, ooh, he hit me. And I like this map. I like this map. I think I have a strange stock flamethrower too. Bot killer, stock enough, stock enough. Don't hate on me too much, please. Yeah. So the thing with the, so now I'm looking for a pair of Sennheiser HD 600s or HD 6XX. You know, they're close to the same. You might be wondering why I don't pick up 650s for those of you that know the Sennheiser series, and I just don't want a pair of 650s from what I've heard. I'm just not a, I just don't really want them. 6XX or 600 is what I'm looking for. I already tried 6XX. I tried using them, and you know, I tried out the 6XXs and they sounded amazing. So whichever I could find for cheaper, you know, I'm looking around like the $100 range, like no more than like, you know, 120 or whatever for them. So I'm looking for a good pair on eBay. The thing is, the Sennheiser HD6XX for the 600s, they're 300 ohms, which is extremely high for a pair of headphones, and the highest impedance headphones that I currently own or that I've ever used, other than the 6XXs, which I did use because I wanted to try them out. I was literally looking at him the whole time. That he should not have gotten that. He does not deserve that kill. I was staring at him the whole time. 300 ohms, you need like an amplifier to power them. Like you need an amp that can handle it. And I have a Scarlett Solo, Focusrite Scarlett Solo, 3rd gen. And, you know, it's exactly what you need to actually, like, power high-quality headphones. But the problem is, on Scarlett's own website, you know, they're not really... The max impedance is technically 200. Like, they can go above it, so they could, you know, power headphones that are 300 ohms. But you're just going to need to turn up the volume way more. And, I don't know. So... Like, I've used 300 ohms headphones on this audio interface that I have, and I can use them. I just have to turn up the volume, crank it like halfway. It'll just be better to get higher powered DAC. And I was looking at DACs and mixers and amps, and the problem is a lot of these things, they don't say. Like, I'm looking for, like, you know, you're looking, like, once you're looking for specifics on Amazon and online, it's so hard to find something. Like, I wanted a mixer, not just an audio interface. I wanted an actual, like, mixer. The mixers are like, they like half the time they don't even say what like how many ohms they support, you know. Like I'm looking at an audio mixer and it's like, oh okay, like has a headphone jack, has this and that. It's like, okay, does it like support 300 ohm headphones? And it never says anything. I try to look and it doesn't say the impedance that it support. Like the output, a lot of the time it's 150, maybe 250 max. I don't know. I'm looking for audio interfaces and nothing tells you what it supports. Like I love, like, it's like when you're it's like shopping versus shopping with specifics, you know, like the two faces. Throw a meme up, I'll make the meme of it. I'll do it for this video. Like shopping and then shopping for with specifics. And with specifics I mean, like, you know, you're looking for like, oh, I needed to support, like, I need the item that I'm getting to support this, and this, you know. But in the beginning, it's like, oh, you know, I'm just looking for this item. And then it's like, I need to support this. I need to have this specifics. I needed to have, to draw this much power. I needed to do this and that. And it's like once you're looking for specifics, it's awful. I shopping with specifics. And I feel like you do this a lot with technology. Technology makes it so you have to do this, like 300 ohm headphones. It's like, if you want to drive those, you need like specifics. And it's like, especially if you, it's like, okay, well, I want it to be able to handle an XLR microphone, and I want it to have, you know, this many channels, and I want it to be in this price range. And it's like, then you just have, you know, it's like all over the place. Like, I want it to be less than $100. I want it to be around 50. Actually, I'd love to spend only 50. But I still want it to be, you know, high quality and not dog shit. And then I need at least 2 XLR channels, and I want it to support an inline. And then it needs this. It also, the headphone jack needs to be an amplifier, so it needs to be able to support. It needs to be able to support, you know, 300 ohm headphones, maybe higher. And then it's like nothing has, like, you know, you might find something that has all of that, and it's like, oh, it doesn't support the 300 ohms. And it's like, thank you. And then it ends up being like, oh, you could buy 2 items, so it's like you could get a mixer, and then you could get an amplifier for the headphones. But I really don't know. Did that engineer just jump forward? It looks like he just dashed. What the hell? I don't even have the 300 ohm headphones yet. I'm just future-proofing. And it's like I do, and then every time I'll go into a binge where I'm just like frantically searching, like I'm on Amazon. I'll spend like 2 hours straight just like looking for audio, like interface, and then I'll put a bunch of them in the car. I'm like, okay, this one will work, this one will work. Okay, no, now it doesn't. Now I don't want this one. And it's like I spend like 4+ hours looking for these items, and then eventually I'm just like, wait a minute, stop. Do I really need to waste $50 when I already have an audio interface that works? And like I've already used it, and I know for a fact it actually works with like the 300 ohm headphones, like. And then you realize it's like, I don't even need this thing, you know? Like I really don't even need it. I want it, but I don't need it. Did you know Amazon has this AI thing now? Like Amazon has AI built into it. And it sucks, man. It sucks. Like, you'll ask it, like, because I keep using it. Like, you scroll down, you find an item, you scroll down close to the bottom, not where, like, the reviews are. Like, it's above the reviews. And it'll be like, oh, ask our AI a question. And I always ask it ohms. I type in ohms, enter, and I type in impedance, or headphone impedance, and then headphone ohms if neither of those get an answer. And I type in ohms, and it's like, oh, this audio interface supports up to 600 ohms headphones. And I'm like, whoa, that's amazing. And it's only a $50, like, knockoff type brand audio interface. Okay, you know, I've heard of the brand before, you know, but like, damn, okay, I wouldn't expect that from this type of audio interface. And then it's like, I look at the responses, and people that even like one of them is like somebody that literally works for the brand, like responds to a question like, how many ohms can this support? And the person's like, up to 600. And then I watch a YouTube video of somebody reviewing it, and like the guy's got the volume turned up all the way and could like just barely hear, like, out of 250 ohm headphones. I'm like, okay, it clearly doesn't fucking work for 600. I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking, you know? And by the way, if you're trying to find an audio interface that will work for 600 ohm headphones, they're expensive. They're going to cost you at least 100. You're not going to find any for 50, maybe if they're used on eBay. But like, yeah, no, you're not going to find 600 ohm amplifiers. They're kind of expensive. Most items don't use 600 ohms. Don't, you know, like, you don't need 600 ohm items. You know, like, none of your headphones probably are 600 ohms, you know? Like, I guarantee you most of your headphones, if aren't gonna run you more than, like, you know, 32 ohms, you know? Like, that's the high end for most consumer items. You know, anything higher than 32 ohms is usually, like, you're going out of your way for a decent headset, and you already know that it's going to, you know, use a decent amount of power, too. Yeah, man, I'm looking for, I think I'm gonna have to, because mixers aren't the same as amplifiers, you know? Like, an amplifier is, like, meant to amplify the sound, you know, so it needs a certain amount of power and whatnot, and a lot of mixers don't have amps built in, you know? Like, a lot of mixers only go up to 125 ohms, so it's like, for headphones specifically, and it's like, okay, well, so I'll be looking at mixers, because I want a big mixer board with a bunch of knobs, kind of, because I do use an electric guitar. I do plug in my guitar sometimes at night if I don't want to use a, you know, like an actual, one of my amps, my guitar amps. And it's like, okay, well, I want a mixer because that would be perfect for that. And then it's like, well, then I would need an amplifier for my headset to run into the mixer, because the mixer itself wouldn't be able to power the headphones. How am I second on the leaderboard right now? I'm playing like Dookie. Yeah, so I don't know. So it's like, I've been thinking, I'm like, maybe I'll get a mixer and an amplifier, but I don't want to spend more than 100 for both of them combined, so... yeah, I don't know. And then I'm just like, well, how about I just buy neither of them and just use my audio interface that I have? But then I also want the ability to mute my microphone from my audio interface, because my microphone doesn't have a mute button on it, and neither does my audio interface. So obviously, if I'm recording and like somebody starts talking, you know, comes in my room and starts saying stuff, then it's like, okay, Like, I don't, you know, I don't have to worry about it. I could just edit it out. But, you know, if I'm talking to people or I'm live streaming, I don't live stream, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to mute it. So, like, I could turn on the volume on the mic, but, like, it don't really do anything. So I want to be able to mute it, and then it's like, okay, well, then to have that on top of it, it's like, oh my god, like, no audio, like, there's barely any audio interfaces that have a mute button for the microphone. You know, unless you're looking for, like, a gamer one or something like that, you know, a specific one. And then, man, I don't know. It's such a load of baloney. Alright, we're done here. I'll see you in the next one.